Okay, good afternoon, everyone. We started the live video before, but I was recording from a computer that I've never used for live, so excuse that. And I had to delete that so we can do this again. Here today, Marie Sock, to talk about certain issues that we are going through in the Gambia as Gambians. And this lady here, she's one of our youths, Isa Tuba. I brought her on board so she as well can help translate in fuller. That way, people that we don't reach out to can feel that they understand what we are talking about and so forth and so on. Well, one of the issues that I really want to talk about is the issues of our children in politics. I am a mother, and as a woman and as a mother, I just feel that when it comes to politics, we need to leave our children out of it. There's videos and pictures and everything circulating the net, or talk circulating the net concerning our children, concerning a child of an honorable politician that is circulating the internet. And I just feel that whether being politician or not, our children should be left out of politics. These kids are innocent. We need to think beyond the person we are trying to attack. We need to think beyond ourselves. We need to think about that child. We need to think about the mother of that child. Children are easily traumatized. Parents are easily traumatized. That child goes to school. Other kids can see the picture or hear the name of that child. It can create abuse. It can create bullying. And these are all, it starts from somewhere. So I am here today to condemn any picture or any video or any mention of any child on the media. Listen, we can all do politics all day. We as adults, we decide to go into politics. We go into politics to help build our nation, to set things right, to try to change the narrative of politics in our own different ways. But let us be mindful also when we trigger people to character assassinate to the level of involving our children. This is our life. It is not our children's life. Our children did not ask us to get into politics. Our children did not beg us to be politicians. They are innocent, regardless if they are able or disabled, and more so if they are disabled. That child will grow up one day. That child will see these pictures and videos online. That child is intelligent, regardless whether the child is able or disabled. That child can read, that child can hear. And to have that child live through that just because we as parents decide to be in politics is unfair. It is unfair. We can insult. Listen, when I came out, I was the most insulted or character assassined in the social media from all over the world. And I accepted it because I put myself in the forefront. I put myself there. But my children did not ask me to. My children did not beg me to become a politician. Actually, they begged me to be out of politics. But I keep them out of politics. And so everyone should respect that. And so for every other politician that is around here, we need to respect that. Apart from that individual being a politician, we need to respect their families, their children. These are kids. They're innocent to this. So I denounce that. I denounce that child being exposed. I denounce that child being mentioned. I denounce that child being put on the forefront for the whole world to see and to know. And as Gambians, we need to start thinking, really, is it worth it? Is politics worth it? Where are we heading as a nation? We talk about unity. We talk about peace. How can we have peace if we so enjoy to castigate one another? How can you even sleep at night knowing that you are part of this negativity? We all talk about praying. We all pray 5 times a day. The people that are going to church go to church how many times a week? But yet, we are hypocrites because we sit back and we watch negativity and we dwell on this negativity. And we wonder why our country cannot move forward. Listen, all that you put out there, all that negativity can have an effect. You that is spewing negativity, your children, you have children. How do you want your children to respect you as a parent? You are breeding negativity to your own kids. Lolu ken waru ci am ndam. Ken kilifa ko xamne yaangi jur dom. Even if you are a 20-year-old nga am dom, xaratal sa dom bi elegam. Bo tagé togué ci internet di saga ay kilifa di jël doomi jamburi di ko dugal ci bir net bi di len expose xamal ne elek sa bisa ngay ñew. Ñun nak wa Gambia dañ wara xalaat elek. Dañ wara xalaat elek rus suñ njaboot yi rus suñ doom bi. Parce que kii ku nekk bëgg nga nekk kilifa waaye kilifa danga koo doon dangaa dox tànki kilifa dangaa waxi kilifa. Kilifa, you don't just get it like that. There's a reason they call you kilifa. Elek. So I'm just talking on behalf of our children, that child that is being exposed. Buñu ko politique jaral. Buñu politique def loo xam ne ñeneen ñi dinañu xool di ñu ree. Already Gambia ngi am tur bu ñaaw. Gambia has a negative view in the eyes of the international eye. Not only international as in Europe, no, international as in other African countries. Gambia is 2 million inhabitants. We are supposed to be interconnected. We are related. Suñ toogee ñu waxtaan buñ bokkutee ñu ngi nekk dëkkandoor wala suñ maam yi xamante nañ. So loolu rek jar na ñu seetaat suñ boppa. Loolu rek jar na pour ñu toog di xoolaat ñun li ñoo def nii ndax am na njëriñ ndax politique jar na lii yépp. Ndax politique jar na lii yépp. Politics yàgg na fi. We've had politics all these years. Bi ñoo juddu ba léegi dañ ko fi fekka waaye musu ñoo dem to this level. This level that we are right now as Gambians in politics is a disgrace. Billahi, it's a disgrace. Lii duñ ci am ndam de. This is shameful. We can do our politics, civilized politics. Ku nekk ñëwal ak sa agenda. Ku nekk waxal lan nga mën a defal réew mi. Su fekkee ne dangaa supportal nit kooku based on policies am. Supportal kooku based on lim am pour offer. Supportal kooku si loo xam ne moom nga taxaw si baatam ne kii lii la bëgg a def lii la war a def. Waaye ñu toog fii bëgg a support nit di yaaxa keneen ba di dem si suñ doom yi ba di dem si suñ njaboot yi. We are going to our children. How low is that? That child, please, I'm begging you, think about that child. That child goes to school. That child has friends. Those friends are in the internet. The internet is for everybody now. There's no 0 to 5 or 0 to 10 or 0 to 15. It's open. Kids watch. You imagine that child being pointed for, oh, that's that child they were talking about, oh, that's that picture, oh, I reckon. How do you think that child will feel? How do you think that child can grow? Regardless of that child's mental ability, able or disabled. Even if you are able, that can make you mentally disabled. Psychologically. Gambians, let us think. Always think before you do something. Think beyond you. Think beyond you and the person you have beef with. Think about, hey, lima def nii ban ramification la am, lima def lii xam nga lan how bad is it going to affect that child? Xamuloo sax ëllëg sax that same child bi nga castigate mun naa toog tasee sa doom bu jigéen ñun ñëpp Gambien la ne def ko bugg a takka. What are you going to do? Gambia is so small, loolu def fi dee am loolu def fi dee am wala ngeen tasee seen families one day. You never know. This is Gambia. Mun nañoo toog the families together inside the families say war a am wala xam nga family get together. Then what do you say? Let us be mindful what we put out there. And let us not think that because we put all this negativity out there, we are immune. You are not immune. You putting all that dirt out there, you are absolutely not immune. If it is not you, guess what? Guess who's going to pay it? Your children will pay it. Your grandchildren will pay for it. So think beyond now. What you need to do is take that party that you're supporting, their agenda, sell their agenda, talk about what they want to do based on facts. All this character assassination, all these things, it's useless. All it's doing is taking us backwards. It's making other countries laugh at us. It's making serious businessmen, serious investors begin to think twice. And we think we're doing justice? No, we're not. So I just don't want to, I'll continue from here, but I want to hear my young lady, she's young, diverse, but she's married and have children as well, to elaborate and give a little talk in Fuller as well, so that we can have another set of audience to listen to us, since I am speaking English and Wolof. I said to, just to highlight some of the points I said in Fuller, because I want this to reach everyone, that regardless of politics, we should not go where we are going, especially with our children. You have a child, so you know if something should happen that is negative, how that can impact your child, not now, even now as a child, and then tomorrow, because if you put them school. So you can elaborate on that in Fuller. You might want to speak up so they can.
Lady Gambia, ko innugol on ko yon accitu hakkille mo moƴƴa ko waɗa ton e nder o media woni o Facebook ko yimɓe woni uppude mum haray labaka ƴettugol ɓiɓɓe ɓe sella ɓe tinma e hakkille no ƴettano waɗa ɗum ka Facebook ɗum haray labaka so ko ɗum woni ko accitugol hakkille ɓiɗɗo ma ɗawatamo ƴette ɓiɗɗo goɗɗo ukkama e media aɗa acci ɓiɗɗo ma no wayi no ɗum no wona ko labaa en duwa sansude no wawɗen noon ƴettugol ɓiɗɗo ma inna fi ko ɓiɗɗo kaari abum ukkamo e politique ɗum ɗon labaka nene ɓen tawaka e politique baba ɓen ɗon ɓiɓɓe ɓen tawaka e politique ko nene ɓen tawa kañuma e baba ɓen hara si nene ɓe baba ɓen no tawa yo ittu toon ɓiɓɓe mon ɓe wona ko anduɗen enen fof ko wallata en kon ko ɗum jokkete wona ko wallata en kon so en lan toro non fof kala anduɗo no wadde sifa ɗin photoji ka media ko yo ittu waɗa sabu Allah ittana en ɗin media photoji ɗon dila baka ɗon fes on waɗaɗo ɗum no wawi yaade yiyoya ɗum hoore makko haralla ba ko yaka goreɓe makko o wata yaltude hara mo hersi yaltugol ɗum fof moƴƴani ko wawa toon wadde rek ko accitugol hakkille moɗon onon fof fuɗɗi enen fof ene rewɓe fof mo ɓen andi siko ɓiɗɗo mum waɗa ɗum welata ɗum so on fota pide ɓiɓɓe goɗɗo kadi waɗe ɗum onon fo ɗon duwa haalde mum haray labaka fes ko ɗum en tori on koyo accitu hakkille mo moƴƴa o politique yaltani fi innugol oɗo ko ɓiɗɗo goɗɗo oɗo ko ɓiɗɗo goɗɗo politique ko politique bokka e ɓiɗɗo oɗo bokka e ɓiɗɗo hay goto awa haray meɗen toro on accitirandigol hakkille ko ɗum woni ko addi men ɗo hannde minen noon ko yaltini men koko inde Marie Sok yaltini men ɗo hannde anti Marie wonani men ɗo on min joɗani ɗo kadi kono noon fof e mum koye wakkilagol kadi tawa innugol oɗo ko ɗum ɗo ɗum bokka ittugol leƴƴi kadi moƴƴani enen fof ko yen wakkilo woni hunde wotere yimɓe yasiɓe ni joni ko jalata en enen wonɓe Gambia ɓon ko yen accitu hakkille men moƴƴan no heɓiɗen ko faalaɗen kon ko ɗum mi tori on jarama no fof mi weltanike on.
And Jarama, we will come again. Ibrahim Mane, yes, I do understand a little bit. You forgot that they call me Marisol in the provinces. So everybody calls me Marisol instead of Marisok. So yes. But anyway, as Isato was just saying, we want to, for people to understand what we are saying. Then you can understand Sidikabi. Because Lidu about me, it's not about her, but it's about our children. Again, nañ leen try ñu respect the politics on ground. Du ñëpp suñ doom yi santuñ ñu pour ñun ñu nekk politician santuñ ñu ko yónni wuñu they are innocent. They are innocent. So maa ngi leen di ñaan si turu Yàlla ak yonent bi maa ngi ñaan everybody, I'm appealing to everybody by God's grace to take our kids out of politics. Because we need to think about that child. Soon you hear about the generation or Gambia's population is young. Then we need to think about when we say young, it involves all the children that are little from 0 to 15, 0 to 20. That's what we mean. So any of these young people, when you go online and you expose them, you don't know what you're doing in their life. You don't know the impact you're having in their mental state, whether they are able or disabled. And li lu jara bay hella li yalla duko barkel yalla duko nangu, so suñoy def li ñu wara xalaat tamit ne ñun ci suñu boppa dañ am ay doom. So sooy nekk di joxoñ doomi jàmbur wala di wax affaire doomi jàmbur wala di ko expose xamal ne yow tamit am nga doom te benn bés xamuloo luy xew ndax dinga fi nekk ndax doo fi nekk. What comes around goes around. Xam nga I don't want to say a certain word, but it said karma is you guys can finish that sentence, so we need to be mindful of that. And I denounce anyone that will drag our children, any politician child, on this media. Leave them out of the politics. Let us do politics. Now, on the side of politics, we can all do politics all day, but I don't understand the politics of insulting. I really don't. You can talk about your policies and talk about another politician not having policies and agenda for the people. That is an argument. You can argue that 24/7. It's a broad topic. You can say politician be amuch agenda, amuch policy, indi wuñ li, defuñ li, li ñoo wax nii. That is politics. But politics of insulting somebody, that is not politics. Not only that you're insulting that person, you yourself, you're insulting yourself, because last time I checked, you are a citizen of that country. You might have how many likes or how many people cheering for you, but that is not something to glorify or for you to glorify. It's not something to be happy about. It's not something to be proud of. We need to stand together and protect our name as Gambians, protect our country as Gambians. All this nonsense, I call it nonsense because I have zero tolerance for petty nonsense. Lan lañu njëriñ? Lan lañu njëriñ? Lan lañu njëriñ? Li important mooy ñu wax affaire yi suñ policies. Ñu wax affaire yi waaw kii laa support waaye kii ma support lii mooy policy am. Anyone that comes to my office, ñoom xam nañ, when they come to my office, I tell them, no, you cannot be part of me without knowing what I'm about. So sit down, let me tell you what I'm about. Or let's go downstairs, let me put the TV on so that I can do a PowerPoint presentation of what we are about. I educate people when they come to my office of what I am about, because don't want them out they argue about Marisok. Te yo hamulo Marisok lan la am si table bi. I need constructive criticism. As politicians, what on your bang lolu? Why let it be constructive? But it is also our responsibility as politicians to advise and talk to our followers. Because we have different kinds of followers. We have followers who are they just love us regardless. They don't even care about our policy. They just love us. We have followers that are just fans. Fans are just what it is, fans. But then we have followers that want to talk about our agendas, our policies. These people, they want to know what you're about, whether you have something on the table. So when you talk to your followers, you need to 24/7 remind them of the type of politics you want them to promote on the ground. You need to tell them, listen, I'm not into insult. And even if they insult me on Facebook, even if they castigate me, it's okay. I don't want you to go out there fighting with anybody. But it takes for you, the leader, to stand and say that. Because when you, the leader, you know that in your camp, certain things ain't right, or your followers loving you for who you are regardless, are out there being disruptive with words or being disruptive on social media, then it is for you, the politician, to stand up and denounce it. Once you, the politician, denounce it, then all of us, other politicians, will back you. Because at the end of the day, all of us politicians have one agenda, which is to see the greater good of Gambia. So if all of us see nothing but the greater good of Gambia, guess what? When you denounce what is coming from your camp, we will not allow you to stand alone. We will stand with you. And we will not allow any politician to be castigated. We will. We cannot call for inclusion in our manifestos and saying that all inclusive in our manifestos. That means if you are disabled or abled, everybody inclusive. We cannot promote that when we sit back and see any disabled or able person being castigated. Then we are fake to our manifesto. Then our manifesto was just a write-up. It is just a write-up. So again, I'm calling on all Gambians. Let us be mindful on what we put out there. Today, it can be me. Tomorrow is somebody else. I'm calling on my fellow politicians. Let us start sensitizing our people. Let us tell them, yes, we know you love us, but this is how my politics is. I think if all of us do that, and we all of us stand for each other, it eliminates negativity. It eliminates anyone that will stand to say something. But if something comes from your camp, another politician is insulted, and you all keep quiet. When I came out, I was the most insulted politician probably as a female ever. I didn't see, the only people I saw coming out and denouncing it were mostly the journalists and people that were really out there denouncing it, saying, no, leave her, you don't know her and all that. But I did not see one politician who got up to say, listen, she's a woman. No one. Zilch. Everyone was quiet. And this is what's wrong. But when we meet as politicians one-on-one, we hug, we say hi, we laugh with each other. That's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. as politicians, we see one goal. At the end of the day, we all want the good of Gambia. So if we all want the good of Gambia, when we hear somebody from our camp saying something, or we hear people from our camp insulting another politician, it is our duty as politicians, even if we don't stand to say it, send our Speaker of the House or our communications director to give out a message and denounce, and then call on that particular person and say, listen, as much as I want you to promote me, or to, I want you to, ease off a little bit. Because that same thing that person is doing for you on your camp, that same person can turn around again tomorrow and be on another camp and do it against you. And that's exactly what is happening. Now, regardless of all that, because I don't want to get into all that, that's not me. What I want to really emphasize on today is our children, our families. So again, let me allow Isa to kind of elaborate on that when it comes to us coming together as politicians, and when we hear somebody denouncing or saying something from one camp publicly about another politician, how us as politicians have to denounce it. That way, if we hear somebody insulting that politician, we as well can get up and denounce that. So when we talk about insulting, it's coming out and doing character assassination. And I think we need to come together as politicians when it comes to somebody getting up to character assassinate somebody, regardless of who they are. We as politicians need to have some kind of unity. And hopefully one day we'll put it to law. We will put it to law. As much as we talk about democracy, as much as we talk, there's certain, democracy comes with responsibility, period. It comes with responsibility. Unfortunately, Gambia never had the opportunity to be taught what democracy is all about. Gambia never had that opportunity. We just went from taking Jammeh out, as everybody said, taking Jammeh out, and boom, democracy. So now everybody thinks democracy is just saying anyhow, anywhere, what you want, how you want, doing whatever we want, killing, stealing, raping, name it. Lawless. Democracy is not about being lawless. There's some kind of responsibility that it comes with. So we need to be mindful. So I said to Punga, in fuller, you just elaborate on that. Just like, yeah, so they can understand you.
Min hare fayi kadi ko min artani on kadi ka wolugol ko mburu andude rek kon kuno woni haalide do no anti mari wolir non rek innugol politique na yaltugol no yenna inna odo a o politique ko dum do woni na yalta no yenna andi enen fo dum labaka joni an sidadi support o da duma odo kadi support mo jara yennondirgol enen fo dum duwa wonde hunde wotere wallindiren se wallindirani leydi men di wata yaade yeso en fo den duwa wallindirde fi leydi men di no yara yeso kono yennindirgol takani leydi men di yehi yeso accitugol hakkile men moƴƴa anda kadi ko waɗeten anda kadi ko naneten goɗɗo ta wolane hunde tun immoɗa tun doggida e mum inna a oɗo woli ɗum ɗo e politique ɗo habbo mi jokka ɓe ɓawa ɗon min kadi mais si a jokki on ɗon an ga anda ɓen ko ɗum ɓe wondi anda ko ɓe woni e gollude minen on minen ni ko politique ɗuma min jogui minen kadi koye ɗum min woni kono min ha hande mi yaltani meɗen yenna yimɓe min yaltani meɗen wola goɗɗum komin jentoto ko yimɓe ɓe woni wolde ko min anda men kadi honno min ƴettirta step amen on ko ɗum min woni e mum so yaltugol no yennadal ɗum no fof labaka koye accitu hakkille mum moƴƴa ande kadi ko jokkuɗen fayin kadi hara innugol oɗo ko ɗum waɗi support ɗum ɗo kan andi ko faala ko waɗɗa support on kan andi kono ta yaltu jokka yimɓe ɓe yennugol so tawi yennugol ngol ɗuuɗi koye yaw inna a kaarijo accu yennugol parti mo wonanɗa o on parti no duwa darade inna a acci onon supportaɓe acci yennugol ngol labaka par ce que ɗa wawi yennude ɓe yennoɓe ɓen ko ɓen watama hay liɓɓude an kartal ma nga duwa ene fof no wallidire laamu men ngol laabe o laamu démocratie ko inna koye wallidir kono o démocratie ɗo joni ko warindiro comme no woli warindiro ngol heewi wujjigol ngol heewi ɗumanago rewɓe violugol yimɓe heewi ko leydi men ko fof ko e duwa accitude hakkille joni a susta yaltude jemma sa yalti jemma ko probléme a susta yaltude kadi wattumo faala joni koye time hoorema kadi hay ɗum kadi harayɗa wattan yiile a ƴawi ɗo e oto ɓe rondadema ɓe naɓa goɗɗan dan to ɓe naɓirtama ɓiɓɓe men fof no naɓirede ni haray ɗum fof labaka koyen accitude hakkille kadi otoje ɗe ƴaweten ɗe ndaare moƴƴa kadi ko ƴaweten ɗon enen ɓe fayɓe mum ɓe yaltude yaltugol jemmangol ɗuyiten jindugo ni moƴƴa jokken ko nafata en kon accen ko nafata en kon are on
jarama Aissatou jarama. Just like Aissatou was saying, and we're going to elaborate here, please do not bring our families and our children in politics. Our problem can be two individuals, but let us take our children out of politics. Now, my other segment is talking to the young people, the youths of the Gambia. Youths of the Gambia, we talk about you're over 60% of the population. Every day when you wake up, ask yourself how you want your life to be in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years. If you're 25, obviously you have the next 5 years, especially as a man, to be a man. Or the next 10 years to be who you want to be, because a man around 20, 30 years old begins to see himself, starts, you have a family already, or you're building your life. 35, you need to know already what you want for your life, for your kids, and for your wife, etc., etc. So don't be used when it comes to politics. Don't be used to do things that tomorrow you might regret. Don't be used because you have a baby today and you don't remember that baby have to grow, and whatever you put out there on somebody's child, you will reap that. You will reap that what you sow. You will reap that what you did. Get out of character assassinations. Get out of politics of insult. Sell the agenda of your politician. Sell the agenda of your party. That is the biggest fight. That is the greatest fight you can fight. It's all about talking about what this person is all about, not about their personal life. Nobody cares. Personal life, that will be vetted, because you as a politician need to know, before I'm a politician, I need to get my together. I need to get me together. I need to make sure whatever it is that I'm doing is clean before I say I am a politician. Because yes, you're in the public eye. Yes, people are going to scrutinize you. Scrutinizing you doesn't mean now we dwell into you, even your family or your children. Those kids never ask us to be politicians. My children always tell me, Mom, really? I said, listen, I've taken care of you. You're all grown. You're all independent. This is what I want to do with the rest of my life. Let me at least give back. Let me at least be something. Let me at least give back, bring something to the table. I cannot call myself a citizen or a Gambian when I have so much to offer and I keep it to myself and I die with it. I might not even die right, because I know what I have and what I can do. And I know if I am to stand as a politician and say I want to be the president of the Gambia, I'm not going to do it alone. There's no one person that can do it alone. I know people will join and we will work and fix this country. And that is what is important. What is important is all of us coming together and fixing this country. And take Gambia to the next level. All the countries are talking about development. Ghana is talking about development. Nigeria is all these countries are looking where they can get ahead. United Nations are talking about Agenda 2063, AU, we are sitting here and raining insults on each other like we don't have anything better to do. Let us be productive. You, the young people, start being productive. Productive doesn't mean just getting up. Even your brain, start thinking, reasoning, research. You're on the phones 24/7. Instead of being on the phone dwelling on negativity, how about you be on the phone researching, seeing? Yesterday I watched the Fatu Network, and Taf was talking about building 1 million homes. These are things that you need to look at, see how you can be part of. These are the research you need to do and say, wow, okay, let me try to be part of, let me try to get Mr. Taff. Let me try to get closer. Let me try to see what I can do. Let me go and learn something. Because if he's talking about how many million jobs in Africa, and he's a Gambian, I need to be part of that as a young man. What do I need to do to be part of that? That is what you, the young people, are supposed to start thinking about. Don't follow politicians and they're using you to be out there and just wasting your life. Because guess what? The same politicians are going to go into office, they're going to forget about you because you don't have skills. You're not educated, you don't have skills, you don't have nothing. Dara, amulo dara pour offer leen other than your vote. Te boo leen vote leen ñu dugga ba pare jeex na tak amuñ dara ak yow. So yow yaa war a toog right now xalaat yow sa time lan la njëriñ. Your time, what is your time worth? Bu la benn politician use. Because lam la use li nga wax, this internet, this Facebook is the most dangerous. You know how many people are sacked because of Facebook in America? You know how many people lost their jobs in the United States because of Facebook? But it's like in Gambia, we don't understand what social media is all about. We think social media is maybe just xam nga fii rek Gambia rek ak suñu Gambian friends yi Banjul rek in America or America ñooñu rek a ko gis. No, Facebook is an international platform around the globe, the world. So Facebook mun na laa yaxasal opportunities yu rëy yoo xam ne yaa ngi ko war a am si biti. Because musoon ngaa ñëw fii di def ay jaloore nga fàtte sax ni def nga ko. Facebook loolu la mun a yaxal. Mun na laa yaxal sa life. So on that same token, xale boobu ñu jël nataalam di ko yóbbu fu nekk, it's the same thing. Xale boobu xaritam yi mun nañ koo gis. Yaayi xariti yaayam mun nañ koo gis. Yaay ji dafa traumatized. Xale bi dafa traumatized. So loolu da ngeen ko bëgg a am, da ngeen ko bëgg a moom yéen. You want to own that? You want to own the aha of that child that has absolutely nothing to do with politics? That has absolutely nothing to do with whether the father is in politics or not. The woman is not in politics. Why drag them in politics? I would also appeal to our head of state, His Excellency Adama Barrow, that you, as the head of state, come out and denounce the spreading or use of children in politics. I am appealing to you, Your Excellency Adama Barrow, to denounce the use of children in politics. No one should use children in politics to make a point. As a mother, it hurts, even though it's not my child. So as the head of state and the father of all, I think you should denounce it. And let that picture stop spreading. Because yen ñu ko forward sax, yen ñep da ngeen ci baakaar. So Gambians in the Gambia, Gambians abroad, Africans in general, let us secure ourselves. Nañ leen suura suñ boppa. Today, we're all here looking who will be the president of the Gambia tomorrow. It's only one win. When that person wins, what about all of us? What about all this hoopla? What about all this? This is when we create enmity. Daf ko jar. Unity first. Peace. We cannot say Gambia smiling coast, Gambians are peaceful when internally it's a lie. It's a lie. What I'm seeing recently in politics is nasty. Jaruko. Why whatever we do, man bu ebo ngeen sagama. Man, I'm immune to that. It doesn't stick on my skin. But please leave our children out of it. Because ñoom they're innocent. ñoom bokkuñ ci ñoom bëgguñ ko sax. politician boo gis demal nga wax a doomam ko xam ne is under age ko xam ne xamangu dara demal nga laaj doomam dañ dee rus sax. Even when I tell my daughter, I said, God, tell your friends that I'm running. She said, oh, Mom, no, I don't, you know. She doesn't want to, they don't want to get involved. And at the same time, I look, I say, she's right. Why am I even involving her? They have their own rights. And we need to respect that. We need to respect that. We need to think about their mental health. The world is not nice anymore. When we put pictures of our kids, we're exposing that child. They are pedophiles. There are people stealing kids. There's all kind of things. People can take that child. They can kidnap that child. They can ask for ransom. There's so much negativity in this world, and we Gambians just use the internet without even knowing the ramifications or the danger of this social media. The youth of Gambia, you are more aware. You know what's up. You watch TV. You are 24/7 on the internet. Please use it wisely. Use it to sensitize. Use it to change the narrative. Let no one use it for politics. Because you're going to have a family. You're going to have a wife. You're going to have children. You don't want them to grow around this negativity, this mess. So again, let me just ask Aissatou here to give a little narrative of that, what I said. And then we will conclude. I called on His Excellency to denounce the spread of, children or use of children in the social media, because I think all politicians should do that. I'm going to gain a sundomi because sundomi like they didn't ask for it. We the parents, we want to give back or we want to get into politics, but we need to take our children out of there. Whether our children are abled or disabled, it doesn't matter. They need to be out of there. Let them make their own choices in life. Let's not put them in the forefront. Let's not put our children, just to gain. We're thinking this is, kudos or bonus. No, it's not. It's a disgrace.
I mean, Toroma, Mr. President, and Toroma Yalta
His
Excellency Adama Barrow, and Toroma Fi Yalta Itana Mekone Yadendi Lady Com. 1 hour de ko media ko labaka fes kala yido dum hande hare no wonde e mette say anti mari hande yalti wolugo ko yi dum tawe larimo mari bibbe yimbe go kadi no to no mari bibbe ben bibbe kadi hebe hadi bibbe so be fo be duwa ka yide din façon piji ka media labaka ben to rikema pada fi alla e nelado ara ittana wolana yimbe yobe ittu konko be woni wadde ko Facebook labaka fes ay si iwi don kadi itte bibbe yimbe itta bibbe be nge politique ko gol bibbe may politique labaka kanko moni ko dum woni ha do ni bibbe makko yo wolan gorebe makko ben fi politique mo naate mo kono bibbe makko jabani so enen ko don andirtel ne bibbe ben wada support parents din e o politique mo be no duwa ittude to bibbe mudum accita hakkile kadi ko woni wadde ko woni wolde kon sa ndari kadi ko gonga naatu gol e politique no naata no yenna joni enen be ko enen andi ko no nafata en joni duubi jelu worbe laami ke don en diyan hay fus innama changes en wadi changes hay fus yaaka so den duwa kadi ha joni andude ko nafata en ko ndaren kana nafata en ko wada weddana de gonno kartal menga joni ande jango ko nafata en ko ha hande debbo innaka no laami kono de duwa ndarde sansuma kadi sansuma si innama no duwa de sansuma mene hino ni ko anti mari do men wonani de men fala kadi Allah wada o laamano e so laami ko ande nafa rewbe kadi no wakkili on yani rewbe ko wakkili ko worbe be jodi ke on wallibe habe jodi ke be duwa joni ittede rewbe kadi laamu ndare nafa mum so ko dum men tori on rewbe ndar no wakkili so e do ko marseji ko rewbe taw to bimbi sanati auto ko rewbe tawata tampere ne fo ko rewbe jogiti joni ene worbe hare kon worbe woni wallude rewbe ala nafa be jodi tun kambe be nama addudun do ala nafa joni si ala dépense ko nene be woni itide dépense ji din ko galle ko wallitira bibbe mabbe nyama yoba school fees ko nene be kala ko woni ko nene si nene ala don joni ambi don ko no wadata ataway day aduna go kadi ka ara ene fo de andi dun don labaka men tori tum Allah yo Allah wallu en joni no leydi men dim buttira heben ko faalo den ko enen fo yo Allah wallu en min tori to on.
So I will just come to end there. Like I said, I call on His Excellency to denounce the use of children on our politics, and all politicians also to just talk to your followers, your fans, your people, that your diehards, to refrain from, this politics of hate, this politics of, insulting one another. It is not nice. And now to going all the way to our families and our children. I think if we all stand together and do that, I think then we as politicians, have done a great job in changing the narrative in politics. We need to sensitize people more of what we are doing. Talk to our fans and followers of our agendas so that they can sell that idea. That is how you gain populace. That's how you gain recognition, so that we can all sell what we have and people can understand what we have for the country, so Gambia can move forward. And it is our responsibility as politicians and also as Gambians. And I'm also appealing to parents, Gambians all over the world. Talk to your people, talk to your youths, your young people. If you have young people in the Gambia, especially the ones in the diaspora, you are in the diaspora, you see how politics is in Europe and America. Sometimes it can be nasty, but this level of politics, I don't think it goes down this level. So sensitize the people that are here, sensitize them so that we'll make a better change for the Gambia. Because at the end of the day, Gambia is only 2 million inhabitants. At the end of the day, so we are getting high so we are all kind of interconnected, and because we're interconnected, this is one of the reasons why when somebody insults somebody, it runs deep. Because at the end of the day, so like they ñu ñep dañ bokka, so fokk mu naxari because benn deret bi la, so it will hurt. Now what are we going to do about it? Let us try to refrain from that. Let us do a better politics. Let us sell our agendas. So with that, I thank you so very much, everyone, for listening. I know Isato wants to go home. We've been here all day today working, but please go home. Tedalen si sen ngegenaay ngeen xalaat bu baax fan ngeen bëgg a Gambia jëm. Te bu fekkee ne election ñëw na benn nit rek ay win, du ñaar du ñetta, benn rek la. Te su benn boobu noonu winee, yen mi toog di saaga, yen mi dem di def li, how do you expect kooku xolam bi wàcca benn ne xaaral sama jox la liggéey wala xaaral sama def, how? So let us try to ease out of that. It's all about, hey, what can we do for the country? We are all here for one Gambia. That is why we all stand. And to be honest with you, this is the first time in history where we have so many candidates. That means we all want to be a president in this country for a greater good. So why insult just to get there? We don't have to. All we need to do is our policies, what we want for the Gambia. That is what is powerful. That is what it is, So anyway, thank you so very much, everyone, for watching. Again, Your Excellency Adama Barrow, I am asking you if you can release a small statement to denounce the use of children in politics. No one should be doing that. And I think this should be put in law somehow, that when we, children should not be exposed. There are certain things that we are doing in this country that are also unlawful. We cannot just, especially minors. Minors right now are a danger. We talk about people stealing kids. We talk about rapists. We talk about, there's just so much going on with our children. All these other countries all over the world are trying to protect their children, trying to protect the young ones. And we here in the Gambia, we're just exposing them. I don't know if people understand how to use social media. Maybe there's a big sensitization or training that has to happen so people understand what social media is all about. It is what it is. America went through, when social media came, America went through a lot, because you have a lot of people that were fired, a lot of marriages that failed, or marriages that divorced situations. We see programs, where they're showing all these things, and yet we watch TV and yet we don't learn. We need to learn from these things as Gambians, so Gambian can move forward. And with that, you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I am also saying I am so sorry to all the victims of this storm disaster. I am appealing to friends and families in abroad, in America, Alliance of Social Democrats in America, to see what we can come up with. I don't want to promise anything, everything, but I hope we will come up with something to help out. But like I said, I am mentioning this to say I am so sorry for all the the hardship that you're going through right now. If you've lost your house, you've lost family members, our sympathy goes with you, our heartfelt sympathy goes with you, and we continue to pray for things to get better. And how do you call it? We also pray for the families, like I said, that lost loved ones. It's not easy. Why may their soul rest in perfect peace. Thank you so much. Love one another. Let us spread peace and love, and then we can go forward. We don't have anything in the Gambia. What we have is us. We don't have anything. We only have us. So let us embrace us. Thank you. Aissatou, if you want to add anything, just to say thank you and let people listen.
Awon jarama haray ko dum do wonno hande hala men kando hara me weltani wono fo be jentade ka woni wo hara me inna fo on jarama weltike fota ko wondam men e jentade ko e bi kadi e be cuudi mu yani e der ndu hendu wonde balde hara wiya to rama munyagol e yimbe mum kadi fe ini to rama munyagol to rama yalla gol fo yalla yurme be ya fo karabe aljanna on jarama haray kadi en lawol go kadi. Njarama,
thank you. Abaraka Bake, Jirelen Jeff, and what else? How do you say it in Jola? Now you're telling me Jola, you don't know how to speak. Anyway, my family in Jola and my family is in Sarapule and all that. I want to tell you thank you for watching, and let us be one Gambia. This is what makes us beautiful. This is what makes us special. This is why they call us the smiling coast of Africa. Let us keep smiling. Let us spread love. It's not worth it. Politics is not worth it. After politics, we are still here. So thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Thank you.